2, 3, 4.
In a mellow tone? Who did the arrangement for this?
Frank Matthews.
Oh, it's a tooth arrangement.
Frank Matthews, yeah.
We kind of arranged it ourselves too a little bit.
Oh, you did?
I don't know if you want to score it all or.
No, that's okay.
Okay, all right then.
No, Frank, yeah. Yeah, I used to be my teacher actually.
Oh, really?
When I was at Northern for a year before I transferred to Miami.
Okay.
And for
All right.
piano lessons, yeah, he was a very nice guy. Tooth was great. Our piano lessons consisted of playing racquetball. That was our.
Sounds like a fun class.
Like, I can't teach them. Let's go play racquetball. Anyway, tell you what, drummer. What's your name?
Nate.
Nate?
Yeah.
Nate, that was pretty loud.
Yeah.
And I couldn't hear the piano and the bass player, and the bass player plays loud, and I couldn't hear the bass player. So maybe, like, can you dial it back like 25% maybe?
Yes.
Cool. Especially on this tune, anyway.
Yeah.
But in general, from a balance perspective, like, it was all drums. It was like the Nate Show. And I don't say that, I'm not saying it in a bad way. I mean, drummers, that's what you're supposed to do. But in a jazz thing, it's like you got to find that balance. Because you've got this great bass player here. I mean, you got this great rhythm section. It's like, I want to hear this pianist. I want to hear these guys. So just a little bit, just knock it down a little
Yeah.
bit. Cool.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Minus 25%. One, two, one, two, one, two, three.
This is Jim Trumpeter, and I'm reviewing the Lyle High School combo. All right, you guys. Great, some really good stuff. Trombonist, you have like the strongest trombone sound I've heard in the longest time. You have fantastic, and that's a great thing. And you have really, really great chops on the trombone.
Thank you.
Really great. How long have you been studying trombone?
3 years, because I play euphonium in concert band.
That's why, because you have the euphonium's harder to play. It's a lot harder to play. Fantastic. Really, really good sound. You got a strong sound and a great sound on trombone. Nice. What's really cool about this group, it's a unique blend to have 5 horns. That's such a unique experience. And you have a bari player. That's like the coolest thing ever. That's like a treat. I mean, it's really rare. And then you play alto and flute, and it's great to have the flute. The flute does so much. Like you guys were doing the melodies that Tooth did on that tune. That's so nice. It sounds so good. The biggest thing, and I'm sure you talk about this with your coach all the time, it's about how do we blend? We got 5 different people here. It's like, we got to sound like one. And the goal is to sound like one. So as you're rehearsing, I would urge you guys to always be thinking about who's playing melody. Like, let's do that last thing. Da do da. Like, you had some harmonies, right? So if you think about it, who's playing the melody? You two, right? Trumpet and flute. So you guys, your job is a couple of. One job is you got to stay underneath them, but you also have to blend as a unit. And what I felt, what we can keep working on is to get you guys tighter as a unit, to blend better as a unit. One way to do this is to practice your horn, like get a metronome. And here it is. It's like, and then practice that against the metronome and learn how and make it feel good against the metronome. The metronome is your friend. It should be everything, because everything we're doing is about this pulse. So, I'm sorry, you said with Nate, right?
Yeah.
Nate. So, you've got, I love your energy, I love your passion, it's great, you're totally into it. You were doing some good things on your ride. I'm all about that splang-a-lang, I'm all about that 8th note. Ding, 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 ding. Keep working on that, to get that 8th note. If you turn around, and this is for all you guys, I was explaining this earlier. And this goes to both songs that you're playing, especially that last, the first one in a different way. But there's beat 1 and there's beat 2, right? So if I'm doing 8 notes in classical music and it's straight, how is it going to sound? Here's the beat. That. Everybody agrees, right?
Yeah.
That. What are we trying to do though when we're playing jazz?
Swing it.
Right. And what does swing look like if we were to write it out? You guys.
Triplets, but if you're skipping the second one.
The first and the second one, it's the third one. So it's dot, 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 dot. So if you went like dot, 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 dot. So dot, 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 dot. So I want everybody to do this. Dot, dot, dot. Can you put your horns down? I want everybody to clap. I do this with my combo. It's Paul. My name is Jim, by the way, Jim Trumpeter. I'm the jazz piano teacher to Paul and at Roosevelt. And then I also have a combo that I coach. So one of the things that I like to do is, I'll get my horns, and just over and over again, repeat things. But I want us to sing, like in a mellow tone. It's did do that down to tune 4. Everybody do this. And then you tune 8. And the goal is nice. Do da da bass. I want you to walk the tune. Da do da top do 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 da da. Everybody, back. We want this to be there. Nice. That is where it should go. The whole song, not once in a while. We want this always. Da 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 do da da. That is da do da da. Okay. See how good that felt? So what made it feel good? More than anything, what made it feel good?
That one was
With beat 2 and beat 4. Da do da da. 4 1 da do. So we want this triplet, we also have to pay attention to this downbeat. When you guys play, what I'm hearing is, it's a little wishy-washy. And everybody kind of has a different idea of what the eighth note should be. But if all of you could sing, let's sing our parts. Clap and sing. We're going to do the same bit again. I want you, just walk time for me.
Okay.
Cool? I want you to just, so, everybody. Now, I want you to sing, do-do-da-da. Okay, so like when you guys do the melody, you do the harmonies, okay? That's whatever letter that is, letter B, C, whatever it is.
Probably
20?
20 to 21, yeah.
20. So 20, right? So here's what I want you, but this is here. This is sacrosanct. Do-do-da-da, walk from 2, a 1. Ba-do-da-da. Make it feel good. Okay. Eighth notes. Eighth notes. I want da 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 da. Lazy. You want that? See that triplet? Give me that triplet. You guys. This is where you're singing. Somewhere between here and here. I want this. You got to commit to that. That's hard to do. You got to really go. You got to sit back, but you can't be late here. So let's do it again. Sing it again. Dee-do-da-down. Okay? Here we go. A 1. So this time we're going to go. Let's do clap. This. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Everybody. 3, 4. 1, 2. All right, here we go. Da-boo-da-da. Walk. Yeah. Come on. Stay with this. Yes. Symbol. 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 Only symbol. I can't say enough about being able to sing it. If you can sing it, what does that mean? If you can sing it, you can feel it. Because a lot of guys are playing, like I'm watching you guys play, and it's like, well, we're playing the notes. To make this stuff really work, you've got to own it in here and feel it in here. Like, that's where you want to put it when you're doing a tune like this. That was so much better. Like, if you'd have played the way you just sang right now, it would be like you guys would be a different band. That's how good that was. Love how you walk. You just, you know where the quarter note is.
Yeah.
And you just live there all day. When you're doing this tempo, it's like,
Set up camp, I'm gonna do it.
you're set up camp. You did a nice solo in there. It was very relaxed. It was like Count Basie. Do you know who Count Basie is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely Count Basie. It was really nice. Let's play that one more time. Let's see if we can get this to really sound nice and relaxed. Cool? Nate, can you just give me ride? Give me ride and hat. But like, I want to start with you. Give me the drum. Just hat and cymbal. All right, guys, here we go. From the top. A 1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to my world.
It's the tale of two Nates.
Tail two Nates. And we had two Jacksons earlier. That's great. Okay, I want you to keep working on making those eighth notes swing better.
Yeah.
Because it gets a little straight. Da 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 da. It's like da do da. It's like get lazy. Da da da. The key is never lose this. You just go da do da da. Let that eighth note get over. I want that eighth note. Work on that eighth note, getting it over to the right. That's the magic ticket for all you guys. Learning where that eighth note goes. That we call it the last partial of the triplets. That is where your swing field is. Now that first tune, right? That's a fast tempo. At that fast tempo, we really can't do this. Wynton Kelly could do that, who was a great jazz pianist. But we still want to be around in here. And the idea is to still swing that, right? You, at that tempo, if you can just, here's what I would do if I were you. Get a metronome, get an amplifier, get a Bose Bluetooth thing, and just start playing time to that. And start playing to that. Learn where that is. The way you learn time is you gotta learn where that is. You gotta pay attention. I tell this to all my students at DePaul. I'll take a great player. I don't want a lot of lines. If somebody's improvising and hear lots of notes, I'd rather have something feel really good and in the pocket. I'll take that all day long. Keep working on that, all you guys. You just live wherever that is, because that's really good. You're doing great. In terms of improvisation, there were some nice things there. I would tell all of you, here's what I would do for improvisation. Learn your major scales. Do you know your major scales really well?
We
Backwards
do.
and
Yeah.
forwards
Yes,
from
we
A
Yes,
to
we
B?
do.
Yes,
We do.
Made sure.
If you know your major scales, then you should know, hey, if I'm playing B flat minor, what major scale am I playing for B flat minor? Anybody?
Playing D flat.
If I'm doing a 2-5-1 in A flat major, what major scale am I playing for B flat minor? What major scale? Anybody? I'm playing A flat major between B flat and B flat. I'm playing the A flat major scale, but I'm playing it between B flat and B flat. That's the scale we play for B flat minor. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If I'm playing C minor, what major scale am I playing?
A major.
No, B flat major. I'm a whole step away. Learning our scales is learning them so well and then learn how they apply to chords. So a 2-5-1, have you heard of what 2-5-1 is, the progression?
Yeah.
That's really important in music. That everything in jazz is sort of based on 2-5-1, which is church, 4-1. But the idea is a 2-5-1 in the key of C, the 2 chord is going to be what? D. If I'm in C, the second note is
Yeah,
D,
D.
D minor
Yeah.
7. What major scale am I going to play for D minor?
C.
C major.
There you go.
You got it, Nate. I'm going to G dominant 7. That's what chord is that? That's the 5 chord. What major scale am I playing for G7? C. So when you guys understand how your major scales work, you can do a lot of good stuff with improvisation because you would just relate it to your major scales. You're not learning the minor scale. Oh, I got to learn the B flat minor. I got to learn the G minor. No, you don't. You learn 12 major scales and you learn how they're used. There's only 3 diminished scales. Only 3. There's 12 keys, but there's only 3 scales. You learn 3 scales, you can learn how to play on all diminished, how to use half-step diminished on all dominant chords. All this stuff. Learn your major scales. That's what I would tell you to do for improvisation. Okay? Guys, it's been an honor to work with you. Thank you so much. It's been great to hear you. Really good to hear you.
Thank you.